Hey, everybody. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Teepa.
So we had another question. We actually have two, but I'm only going to get to one of them from someone else that was asking questions on Ask Teepa Anything, and we didn't get to it. So I thought I'd do it now. Now, this is a situation I've actually worked with somebody in this category. Now, I wasn't the son or the daughter or the wife. I was a friend in this situation. I had a gentleman who was an electrician, a very skillful electrician. I've actually had several of these guys now that I think about it. Oh, that just brought another person to mind and another person to mind. They were electricians and they liked to be helpful. And they also were always very skillful. So when they see something that isn't working right, what do you think is their automatic reaction when they see something that isn't working or they think needs to be looked at or adjusted or evaluated? What do you think they might do, Matthew?
I'd start figuring out a fix.
Yep. So this is where, as a family member or friend or somebody in the environment, it might be, oh, no, hang on. No, wait. Now remember.
Well, but I mean, look, you can see it's not.
No. Those wires. No, Dad.
No, but I've got to, I mean, I can do this.
Dad, look at me. Listen to me.
No.
You are not safe doing that. Dad, you've got, it's not turned off at the panel. Listen to me. You are.
I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for 30 years.
Okay, we'll pause. So that went south real fast. And whose brain got real worried and got out of control? Oh, are you pointing at me?
I am pointing at you, Teepa.
So in my effort to keep my dad, my friend, my husband safe, this is a guy who's always been an excellent, very safe electrician. I mean, electricians particularly are high detail, but they're also really safe people because they get killed and they don't want to kill anybody else. I mean, it's one of the reasons you hire professional electricians to come in and do something is because they're skillful, but they're also very safety aware. And what has happened is due to the brain changes that they are missing sort of safety things and sequence and stuff. And so what I'm trying to do is interrupt what they're doing. I'm trying to get them to see that what they're doing isn't safe. Me, the person who is not as skillful and knowledgeable as they are, I may have even been an electrician, but if my dad was the master electrician, I'm never going to be better than he was. It's sort of that family dynamic can enter in, or female, male, or lots of different things can make this awkward. So what I have to figure out is how not to, because what happened here is I tried to interrupt him because he was already in a flow and I was trying to interrupt and get it to stop. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted it to stop. I wanted him not to do something. And so, Matthew, what do we say rather than an interruption? What are we trying to do with a brain that thinks it's doing things the way it should? What do we want to do instead of interrupt that brain?
Yeah, an interjection.
Interjection.
Matthew.
Oh, yeah. So we have to have some energy and we also have to recognize, oh, Matthew.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to say it in a way that's engaging rather than judgmental. So it's got to have some curiosity to it. It's got to also cause me to breathe out. Yeah. Honestly, it's got to cause me to sort of pull back on my reins and recognize, whoa, that's risky. That's a very risky situation. It's not quite too dangerous, but my brain is wanting it. My brain feels like it. I mean, it's dangerous. I mean, touching live wires is dangerous, and so, oh, hey, Matthew.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you that it is very rare for somebody when you say, oh, hey, Matthew, whatever that person's name is. And if you are like at least within the general range of their visual field on their preferred side. Now, I just threw out a whole bunch of detail there. And that's because having done this a long time, I know there's lots of underlying elements that make this more effective. And if you miss some of those, it makes it riskier that the person may ignore you or not pay attention. We don't want to be behind the person. We don't want to put our hands on the person. We don't want to pull back on the person. We don't want to, it has to really feel like, oh, and for some people, I need to be further away. For some people, I can be pretty close. But I also have to, as I'm doing that, I have two jobs. One is to make it an interjection, and the second is to figure out what are we going to do instead? What's the substitution for what he's doing? I've got to figure out a substitution that he'll go with. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to substitute me first for the task. But he may not be a me, he's not a people person. He's a task person. So even though I get him connected to me, I have to come up with a task really quick. So this is where knowing your people really comes in. So what data have I given you, Matthew, so far about the human being that I'm working with?
Yeah, so this person who's had a lot of past history with doing something is seeing a thing that they are going to do. They're seeing something they need to do that might have some risky pieces to it. And so the idea of knowing me and knowing what I prefer and how that could help as you're making that connection and thinking about that substitution.
Yeah. So if I know the person has been an electrician and I know that they like to fix things and they like to be helpful, I can almost guarantee an electrician knows the difference between these two screwdrivers.
Yeah, well, that's the Phillips one on the right, and then there, yeah,
that one, right?
Yeah, and then the flathead was the other one that you have. That's the
now. Hey, Matthew, which of these is almost? Which one is on what I find on the plate? Like the, you know how you have electrical outlets? I know you do. What kind of screw is in the middle there? Is it one of these or one of these?
Well, that's an interesting question because I typically have the flat one and that's the one that I typically use, but every once in a while you might see one that's got the Phillips head. Yeah.
The Phillips head.
Yeah.
Okay, so I should have both of those in my toolbox then, huh?
Yeah, it's good to really be prepared and have them all. Yeah, that really helps it.
Yeah. Now, I think I've noticed sometimes on plugs even that they'll have a little. Now, oh, wait a minute! I found something, and I could use your help looking at this.
Oh,
I think. Okay, this I'm gonna show you this. I got this thing, and it is.
Oh yeah, that helps you to tell like how many volts and the electricity going through.
Well, yeah, it is sort of like that. This one is, I think, it's letting us look at how much light, like it says foot candles for fluorescence or versus the sun in high intensity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was a different kind of thing. I had never seen one before, but I got it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen a few of those in my time. I know
You've seen a few of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed that when I went to do it, it was I found it at a yard sale, Dad, I'll be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So, but when I went to turn it on, you know what? Nothing happened.
Oh.
Even though there's light here, nothing's happening. So I think there's a battery problem.
Well, let's flip it over and see if we can't figure out what kind of battery that takes there.
Okay, Dan, here, take a look at this, see what you think. What do you think might be going on here? Here, let me hold it so you can see about it.
Oh, well, okay. It looks like there might be a screw we got to take off there to be able to open it up to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look up here. I noticed there's some kind of like, let me see if I can get it to show really well. You see over on that side over there?
On the side, does it look damaged or is there like a grease on it or something?
Like, so if this were a battery, is it possible that it could be leaking?
Oh yeah, if there's some of that stuff on there like that, it might be. Yeah.
Okay, so but we need a screwdriver to open it up, right?
Yeah, we probably should open and take a look and see what's going on.
Which one of these two do you think we should use for this one?
That looks like it's one of those Phillips.
Okay,
yeah.
Tell you what, Dad, here you go.
I don't know.
See if you can get that off for me.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Okay, so I'm going to pause. So Matthew, how much time did I spend?
That was probably like a minute, a minute and a half or so. versus with the other way, and how long that could take with where we could go with that.
So I picked two tools that I knew he would know more than likely. I got his attention with that. Ooh. So, and then I have actually been looking around for stuff that is not dangerous for him to do that needs some work. Okay. So, yeah. And then, I mean, I'll be honest with you, you can't see, but I've also assembled some other stuff. I've got some alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some little Q-tips to clean, because these guys know all kinds of stuff. And I know just enough to be dangerous. Now, but then we could measure the light. We could go around. I could give him, we're going to go around and check the light all over the house and see where we might need to add a lamp or something. So I've got that. I've also got this. Hey, Dad, take a look at these. Are any of these the right tape for when you're doing your work, or do I need to, that one, can I use that one around wires?
Well, no, typically you don't want to use that. Looks like duct tape. You don't want to use that one. You want to use the black one. That black one's typically the electrical tape.
Well, but when I looked at it, here's the deal. I thought it was too, but look at this. This is sort of more like.
Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't look like it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like duct tape but black, because I got tricked.
That's kind of tricky. Yeah, no, you want one that's rated for electricity. It's got.
So we can't use the masking tape, right?
Oh, that would go up in like a. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Hey, Dad, how about we go to the hardware store and you show me which one I should get?
Oh, good idea. Yeah, because you want to make sure and get the right one. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, look. This one is the thing. I think this was the thing you were thinking about, maybe.
Yeah. That's a common one to see that there's power coming from that outlet or not, and if yeah.
Yeah, and I think you have another one too. Okay, so again, what am I doing here?
Yeah, we're exploring things that we can do together. But what's awesome is it's really making me feel like I have a sense of value and purpose, because I'm the one giving the advice. I'm the one that's helping to give you the information versus you coming and telling me, no.
Dad, no, what are you doing? No, my God, don't take that off. You're going to end up electrocuting yourself.
Well, I mean, look, you could tell it's got some stuff on it. It needs to be taken off and clean. That could cause fire.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
There's something wrong with that outlet, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, look at it. You could see there's a little.
You're absolutely right. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Now, am I right remembering? Now, you're the teacher here, but do we need to go to the, what's it called? The box, what's that called?
Are you talking about the fuse box?
Yeah. The box that's back in the laundry room. Do we need to go there and make sure this one is off?
Oh, well, is the power not off to this?
No, I don't think anybody ever turned it off.
Oh.
You know what? Let's put this in the outlet.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's go and let's see whether or not, let's go look, because I don't know for sure, but you always told me to be super careful and double check it, triple check it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if there's black marks like this on there, we should check it before, because something might lose. Yeah.
Yeah. Dad, do you remember the time I stuck a barrette in one of the outlets?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was. I thought for sure your hair was going to be standing up for days after that.
Well, I did get kicked back to the opposite wall, and you were like, and I'm glad you did, because I bet you won't do that again. I think it's what you said at the time. I suspect you were scared to death.
Yeah.
At the time you just said, what did I tell you about sticking things in the electrical outlet? Is what I remember.
Yeah, I was breathing heavy, but yeah, live and learn. Luckily, live and learn.
That's what I remember. So come with me and let's see if we can check that panel and see.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So in answer to the question, how do we do this? Well, what we do is we quit interrupting people and saying, no, stop. And we also then look for substitutions, not just blocking. So we've got to come up with things that give a person a sense of purpose, value, and connection. And the more we can do that, the less we have episodes. So I start actually coming into situations. Dad, take a look at this. I've never seen anything like this. This is something else.
Oh,
This was a
wow.
new one. And I don't know. I bought it because it was interesting. I'm
Yeah.
not sure it's helpful. I'm not even sure what I'd use it for.
Looks
But
like
you
a
know,
pipe wrench, but boy, it looks pretty thick and fancy.
yeah. And you can do this with it. And then there's got to be a way you can undo it, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. I
Well,
can maybe use your help on this.
yeah, here, let me take a look and let me
Yeah,
see
take
if
a
I can
look at
figure
it because
out
it's
what
got this thing here, and I
Yeah.
don't know. It's got to have some, I don't know what to do with it though. Oh, maybe up here. Yeah. So anyway, guess what we've done?
I get to, yeah, so I'll be exploring this piece, figuring it out, and then helping. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are, yeah, if we do any wiring, we're gonna need those, especially if
Those,
we need to fix
yeah,
that outlet and do a new one, because we'll have to strip some wires probably and be able to.
yeah. So what is it, Dad? Tell me about the 10, 12, 14. Is that like, what's that called?
Yeah, that's the diameter of the different wires, and you
Yeah,
got
but it's like G, it's not gate,
gauge.
it's
You're looking at
gauge. Yeah, it's gauge.
gauge
You're
of,
right. You're
yeah.
right. Yeah, so the different ones. Cool. Okay. So I hope I give you enough ideas of how to move away from that idea of stopping someone to supporting someone. How we move away from just trying to take things away that aren't safe to figuring out how to manage risk in a way that is reasonable. It's not perfect, but it's reasonable. Because without a job, without a mission, without a purpose, I'm going to have more issues, not fewer. And what might start happening is people don't want me to see what they're doing. So they hide when they want to do stuff because they know I'll do what?
I'm gonna try to be a part of it or do something, or yeah.
Stop it. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. I get to be the bad cop. And what starts happening is nobody wants to get caught by the cops. So
I'm gonna go do it, yeah, without you knowing. Hope try to figure out a way to get that done or do something and be sneaky.
yeah. All right, everybody. So there's the message for today. Any final thoughts there, Matthew, before we head out?
Yeah, no, Teepa, I really like this idea of making sure that, again, noticing what happens in a moment when we do more of a knee-jerk reaction to it and try to interrupt versus interject, because a lot of times that's what could take that from risky to more of a dangerous situation because of our reaction in that moment. So,
or it damages a relationship, which is also actually, frankly, risky to dangerous.
yes, yeah.
Because if the next thing I want to do is something that's intimate with you, you probably don't want a lot to do with me because I made you feel stupid, incompetent. You don't like me right now. So there you go. All right, everybody, take care with care. We'll see you again soon. Be well.
Thanks, Teepa. Bye, everybody.
Hi, I'm Teepa Snow, and you just found our YouTube channel and watched one of our videos. I'm the owner and founder of Positive Approach to Care. Thanks for watching. And if you have a comment about, or you would, please share it with people you know. Oh, and if you haven't yet done it, consider subscribing. We'll let you know when the next new video comes out. And you might want to visit our website, www.teepasnow.com, where you'll find other resources as well. See you there.